the other hand, is a natural supplement. Now, according to Ovacitol website and their support, they say it's okay to take metformin and Ovacitol together. However, we don't recommend it because it can drop your blood sugar too much, and especially from what we've heard from other people's experiences taking both together. And you always want to consult your doctor when it comes to any prescription and taking that with something else. So
Yes.
you want to talk with your doctor about that first.
If you don't know what Ovacitol is, I can definitely jump into it. It is my favorite supplement for PCOS. It is right behind me in this decorative vase.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a powder you add to your water when you eat your dinner, when you eat your breakfast. You have it twice a day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't taste like anything, and it just helps with cravings, regulating your period, healing your insulin resistance, egg quality, ovulating, mood. I mean, it is my favorite supplement for PCOS. And I have had so many testimonials from people who took it. I screenshotted all of them and saved them in an album. There's like thousands at this point. So it really is an effective supplement.
Well, why don't we explain what insulin resistance is and why it's important to take something like Ovacitol with diet and lifestyle? And so insulin resistance, what is it, sister?
I mean, insulin resistance, this is an important thing to talk about because what is it? 80% of women with PCOS have it. So, okay. What is she talking about?
Probably Ovacitol or something. So, okay. Insulin resistance.
Insulin resistance is when we struggle with burning the carbs that we're eating. And that's why sometimes doctors tell us to not eat any carbs. But what that does is stress our body out. And when we're stressed, it affects our blood sugar. So it's really important that we understand our carb tolerance. So going back to what insulin resistance is, it's when your cells, here's your cell, are resistant to the hormone insulin. Now, the hormone insulin is trying to give your cells the sugar in your bloodstream so your cell can burn it for energy. But your cell is resistant. It's locked because this has happened one too many times.
Mm-hmm.
There has been too much insulin bombarding your cell and it becomes resistant to insulin. So instead of burning up what is in your bloodstream, what happens is that insulin goes down to your ovaries and triggers high testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
And then that triggers PCOS symptoms, the facial hair, the acne, the mood, the irregular periods, not being able to ovulate, infertility, all of these things. And then that sugar that the insulin was supposed to give the cell in the first place and can't because it's locked, goes and stores as fat in our midsection, around our organs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important to manage insulin resistance if you want to lose weight with PCOS and manage your symptoms and feel good.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're told, like, just don't eat carbs then, but that's not the solution either. So our method, what we teach you in our membership site, what we teach you on Instagram, on our lives, is all about managing your insulin in a way that is suitable for your lifestyle and not restrictive and not miserable. So that's going gluten and dairy free. That's doing slower workouts using weights. That is, taking Ovacitol, the supplement I just mentioned, where we it's actually in the highlight called Ovacitol. We have a 15% off code you can use. Just swipe up to order it. But it is one of the best supplements for insulin resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here for you, sisters. We are helping you with your insulin resistance and ultimately weight loss.
Hello, Claudia. Hi.
Hi, guys. Oh my gosh. I just wanted to share. I just started taking Ovacitol under your discretion about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I got my first natural period in 8 years.
Congrats!
8 years.
Oh my
great
God!
Job. That is
How
great.
exciting.
I am so happy. I mean, it wasn't a fun period, but it was so happy. I was just so happy to feel normal for a second, and just know that my body has it in me, and I owe it all to Ovacitol and going gluten and dairy free. I've tried that.
God.
That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
been so great. So I just wanted to pop on and just share that with you guys and just thank you for all of your guidance and your
Thank you.
support, because I'm hoping that this will help regulate me moving forward, since this was just the first period that I had. But
Yeah, that
I'm
is
so excited.
That's so
yeah,
awesome. We're
that's
so
great news.
happy.
How was what was the process like for you to make like the changes going on Ovacitol, gluten, dairy free?
So I had ovarian cysts a couple years ago and I was never diagnosed. I've been on birth control for 8 years, like I just said. So they kind of were just suppressing it with the birth control. And I actually just had a recent diagnosis where I can't actually take hormones anymore. So I had to stop the birth control anyway. And then during that time, my doctor was like, let's test you for PCOS. Let's do the ultrasound. Let's do the blood work. So I did everything. They diagnosed me and she put me on spironolactone and recommended metformin. And I was very hesitant about the metformin, just given all of the side effects. My mom had taken metformin in the past and had a terrible reaction. So I assumed I might have the same. So I asked her about Ovacitol and she wasn't, opposed to me trying it. She was like, you can try it. Like, I don't know if it's going to work, but you should, at least try it. And lo and behold, it worked. And I was so happy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, during the new year, I decided to go gluten and dairy free as well, just to kind of do everything like you guys say, like gluten and dairy free, Ovacitol, lowering the cortisol levels, low intensity workouts. It's all been so helpful. I started doing yoga as well, so I'm just so happy, and I really just wanted to express my gratitude to you guys.
We're so happy.
We really appreciate that. That's makes us happy to hear that you're doing better and that you're able to use our resources, but most importantly, you're feeling better, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for coming live with us.
Yeah, and explaining us your experience and everything. We appreciate it, Claudia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oops. How do we exit this?
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Congrats to Claudia. That is a huge accomplishment, especially for so many sisters who are experiencing the same issue, where you may have difficulty getting your period back, for some sisters losing weight, or for others, no, it's fine.
Okay. So if anyone wants to order Ovacitol, I'll put it in my stories today.
Yeah.
Also, you can order it by going to the highlight called Ovacitol, and we have the link and the discount code there.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what Claudia was talking about, the Ovacitol is a natural supplement that helps with insulin resistance. It comes with a ratio of 40-1 myo and dechiroinositols, which is the ratio found in the body. And by rebalancing this ratio, you can help to heal your insulin resistance over time. So, and this will therefore, by doing this will help with other symptoms like, for example, irregular periods, egg quality, ovulation. It can help with, hair loss and facial hair, because a lot of those symptoms are tied to insulin resistance. And in Claudia's case, she combined this with a deadly combination, which is diet and lifestyle. As you heard her say,
not deadly, guys.
No, not deadly. But what I meant to say is she combined it with a combination that really makes it work, which is finding the diet and lifestyle that works for you. For her, that was gluten and dairy free. As sisters here know, that's the our recommended, like what we recommend to try out if you feel it can help you. And for her, it really helped her. So combining Ovacitol with a diet and lifestyle like gluten and dairy free can have tremendous effects.
Let's see. What other questions do we have?
Yeah.
I saw some questions about hirsutism.
Mm-hmm.
So with PCOS, sometimes when we have high male hormones, like high androgens, testosterone, DHEA, it can cause hirsutism. So what is that? That's when the testosterone converts to DHT, the more potent form of testosterone, and gathers around our hair follicle and our oil glands and causes cystic acne. It causes the hair follicle to shrink and then fall out. And then we struggle with acne and hair loss, as well as facial hair, because it converts the light hair into dark hair on our face. So basically, with that, how do we reverse it? Because you can. It does take 6 to 12 months to get your hair to grow back. That might take some time. But what you want to do is focus on why you have high testosterone. Is it because that insulin hormone is triggering high testosterone? Do you need to manage your insulin resistance? And then that's going to help with it. Oftentimes that's pretty much the solution, or reducing stress hormones as well. In order to get rid of facial hair, you would do like laser or something, but it will grow back if you don't make these changes.
Yeah.
And you won't see lasting results. So what you want to do is make those changes, then do the laser, and then you're good.
Yeah. And then someone asked, are you doctors? How come you're recommending these drugs? Well, just one, they're not drugs. We're recommending natural supplements. And of course, you always want to consult your doctor if you're on any prescriptions or anything like that. And two, we're not doctors. Tallene is a registered dietitian who specializes in PCOS. She had PCOS herself and was able to reverse the symptoms and live symptom-free. And I am a PCOS personal trainer. So we specialize in PCOS. And yeah, so if you're new to our page, that's our little introduction. We're wife and husband. And yeah, Princess Sakadi says, why do doctors just say to take birth control? Ooh, that's a big question right there.
I have the answer.
Why don't you give your portion of the answer? And
okay. So here's the thing. If you want to treat something naturally, then you have to go to a naturopathic doctor. If you want to have a quick fix type of Band-Aid solution, then you go to your gynecologist and she will give you, or he, birth control. And
sometimes gynecologists can
rarely
also help really immensely too with other ways.
I also want to mention that if you take birth control, then you want to have an exit plan. You want to have you want to make those diet and lifestyle changes while on the birth control so that you can get off of it eventually. So I'm not saying that their approach is the worst thing in the world. If you're really struggling with your symptoms, you have ovarian cysts, it's dangerous, then if you want to temporarily go on birth control while you manage everything else, I understand where you're coming from. So it just depends what you want to do with managing your PCOS. And I also want to mention that doctors have a lot of things to study and a lot of disease and autoimmune conditions and all of these things. So they might not specialize in PCOS, which is just one of thousands of things that they have to study and learn. So what they know is what they've learned, which is birth control is the solution, and that's it. They don't know further detail of current studies, of the things that maybe we're doing, unless you talk to them about it and explain it. So
unfortunately, birth control doesn't really fix the root cause of the issue that's happening. In many cases, sisters, if you're having irregular periods and symptoms similar to that, when you take birth control, it's not like it fixes your period and it gives you a real period every single month. It gives you a fake bleed because it's giving you synthetic hormones in your body. Hold on, Jesus! Some people just say really rude comments. Hold on. Okay. So obviously the birth control it puts synthetic hormones in your body and gives you a fake bleed. So when you get off of birth control, what happens is all the symptoms come back, but even worse. And this is what we like to call as a snowball effect, because the longer you go without treating the root cause of the issue, the worse it gets. And when you're taking birth control, you're not realizing what's happening because of the synthetic hormones. And when you get off and you're ready to have children, then that's when it becomes really difficult, because in order to ovulate and have children, now you have to spend maybe a longer period of time than you would have before you took birth control. So that's why we always mention try to get down to the root cause first now, because later down the line, maybe 5-10 years, when you want to have children and you want to get off of birth control, it may be really difficult. So and if you're wondering, okay, how do I sustain my PCOS even if I am on birth control, Dr. Jolene Brighton has a great book, Beyond the Pill, where she explains how to get off of birth control, but also how to live on birth control. So it's a great book. We've had her on a podcast before. All right.
Okay.
So Okay, you want to? All right, so we're gonna see if we can add some sisters to the live and talk to you all. If anybody wants to join, let us know. How what you would like to talk about.
Us?
Sure. Let's see what happens.
Sending requests.
Stay tuned. We are send us requests if you want to be on the live. Oh, here we go.
Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? My name is Isha.
Oh,
Hi.
And I've been following your page for the last, I think, a month or so, and I've gone gluten and dairy free for the last 10 days.
oh,
Actually,
how has it been?
Awesome.
The first 3 days were difficult. I got a bit of a headache. I was not comfortable, but then I was feeling amazing. I feel like I have energy all day. I don't sleep. I don't nap during the day, which I used to do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel tired. I also work out. I've incorporated weight workouts as well. The only thing is I don't have access to Ovacitol here, so I don't know what to do,
Mm-hmm.
like folate. But what can be done? Can you help me?
Yeah,
Can you guide me, please?
of course.
Yeah. There are other ways. Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna explain the same thing. So,
No, explain the supplement, how she can find it.
okay, so you can look for any inositol supplement, sister. You just want to look for something that has a ratio of 40-1 myo and d-chiral inositol. So there should be others near your area that has 40-1 myo and d-chiral inositol, and you want to find something that has 4,000 milligrams dosage a day. So what you want to take 2,000 in the morning, and you want to take 2,000 in the evening, like with breakfast and then with dinner. So that's going to be those are the two criteria you want to really make sure you get is 40-1 and 4,000 milligrams a day. And then
So there is something called Overcare, which I was recommended. I don't know if you've heard of Overcare.
We haven't heard of that one.
But you can look into the details and see if it can parallel Ovacitol.
Yeah, you just want to make sure it has a 40-1 and it has 4,000 dosage a day, and that it's coming from like a safe company that you trust.
Right. Thank you so much. You guys are really inspiring, and
You're
I
so
changed my life
welcome.
around. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you, and you're very inspiring too for all the sisters who are trying to go gluten dairy free.
Yes.
So we appreciate you joining our live.
Oh wait, before you leave,
Thank you.
where are you calling from?
India.
Okay.
Mumbai.
Okay. So what are some gluten and dairy-free substitutes you've made? Because we have a lot of followers from India asking.
So there's rye, there's barley. I use a lot of quinoa. That's easily available as well. I also have like rice, flaky rice, like cornflake rice. I have that. So I think going gluten free is pretty easy. Going dairy free is the hard part.
Oh, really?
Giving up cheese and milk is the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan cheese and vegan, vegan products are more difficult to find. Gluten free, you get gluten free bread and everything's pretty easily available.
Yeah.
That's not an issue.
Okay. You know
Awesome.
what? Maybe we can help you with the dairy free part. Would you like to join the sisterhood? We can send you like a 1 month free in the sisterhood as a thank you for joining the live and telling us your experience with going gluten dairy free.
That would be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
we'd
absolutely.
love to.
We will, after this live, we'll send you a DM with the information, and you can join and have a month access for free.
Yes.
Thank you so much. In case anybody asks ahead, there's a store called Nature's Basket, which is pan-India. It's available everywhere, in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, all the big cities. And that store has everything free and everything you possibly need. All
Wow.
sorts of flours as well, like coconut flour, and everything's available. So that's not an issue.
That's
Amazing.
awesome.
That's a great tip for everybody listening.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Bye.
Enjoy the sisterhood.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Amazing. Isha. It was Isha.
Mhm.
All right. Congrats to the sister. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about how others can go gluten dairy free, especially in India, because we have a lot of sisters from India, asking about how they can change some of their, traditional foods and make it gluten dairy free. And we've seen a lot of sisters be able do it, but now a fellow sister from India to explain herself. So that was amazing. Thank you for doing
Let's
that
do
for
another
us.
live.
Okay.
Request someone.
All right, let's do one more, sisters.
This is so fun.
I know, this is pretty fun.
This is way more fun
At
than
first,
just doing lives.
I know. It's like, let's see. How about, sisters, you message us.
Okay. Yes. Try to request us to go live
Yeah.
together, and we can chat. Also,
Okay, let's try. All right.
how
Okay.
come it only shows 3 people at a time?
I don't know.
What if you press see all?
Yeah.
We're learning the ways, sister.
Yeah, this is okay, as we get some requests, let's just see. When is the best time to work out, and can I do it on an empty stomach? So best time there's no best time to work out, but there are some times that can give you some bit of an advantage. For example, if you work out early in the morning, some people suggest that it can aid more with weight loss because it boosts your metabolism up for the rest of the day. This can help, but honestly, I don't believe it gives you like an amazing advantage. And the other thing to consider though is not working out too late, because when you work out too late, it's going to pump up your metabolism. It's going to pump up a bit of your stress hormones. So you'll have difficulty going to sleep, and it will affect your sleep cycle.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing great, doing
Good.
great.
Where are you calling from?
So I want to ask something. As I'm the new, I've recently found that I'm suffering from PCOS. So I want to know how to start, diet and how to lose my weight. That's quite depressing. So I want to ask some tips and
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
How to start with after being diagnosed with PCOS, with losing weight, with managing the symptoms? Great question.
Great question. So the first thing you want to do is, try to assess your diet and lifestyle and see where you feel is easiest to start. So sometimes it's easiest to start with diet changes, and sometimes it's easiest to start with lifestyle changes. So some lifestyle changes could be changing your workouts so that they're less intense, or if you haven't started working out, maybe start by going on walks.
I want to point one thing out here. I'm very sluggish and I can't stop eating. So how can I control this,
Yeah.
If you feel fatigued all the time, sometimes the best way to start with workouts is to just go on.
I can't hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
Try now.
Sorry.
Try talking now.
Is it the service?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So
Okay.
so you want to start where it's the easiest for you with your diet and lifestyle, and especially when it comes to if you're feeling fatigued, you want to get down to the root causes. So maybe see if you have insulin resistance, because that can cause fatigue, it can cause low blood sugar, and it can make you feel tired all day and make it hard for you to lose weight and see your symptoms improve. So see if you have insulin resistance, but also think about the other underlying root causes that can also be possible. For example, inflammation, adrenal fatigue, and you can have multiple ones of these. So it's very important to really look down to your diet and lifestyle to target these root issues.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask one more thing. I'm growing some unwanted hair near my chin. So
Yeah.
how can I get rid from them?
Okay. For that,
Again, you want to treat the root cause of your
Yeah.
PCOS. So if it's insulin resistance, that's going to help with lowering testosterone
Yeah.
and healing symptoms like that.
Yeah, and also what can also help with lowering testosterone is spearmint tea. So if we drink spearmint tea 3 times a week, 3 times a day, it can really help with improving the facial hair and things like that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
That was fun.
So let's answer some Q&As. Let's see real quick.
Only
Hold on.
a couple minutes left, sisters.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Oh, this is from the other questions you asked. You know?
Not all of them. They're mixed.
No, but some of them are from. It's from your questioner, not from mine.
Earlier, I asked everyone what their favorite dairy-free cheese is. So some people are responding saying Diet or Mykonos.
Yeah. Let's do this. Question: did you follow a meal plan when you started your journey? I don't eat meat. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, this is good. I didn't actually have a meal plan available when I started my journey with gluten and dairy-free. It wasn't as popular to go gluten and dairy-free at the time. But what I did was start with one meal at a time. So by that, I mean start by changing your breakfast first, and then change your lunch, and then your dinner. So you don't have to be perfect at every meal, but when you make the choice to eat your breakfast, try to navigate, if you're at school, maybe navigate the cafeteria. If you're at home, buy some breakfast items that are gluten-free and dairy-free, so that can make breakfast easier, and then move on to lunch. Now, if you do want a meal plan, we do have them in our membership site, the Sisterhood. All you have to do is go to PCOSweightloss.org, and you can sign up through there. And so basically, we have gluten and dairy-free recipes, and then you can also download the meal plans that I've made with those recipes in the Sisterhood. So it's pretty amazing. You can actually select which range of carbohydrates that you are, and the recipes will show up for that range of carbs. So if you don't know what carb range you are, we teach you that as well in the 5-stage success path. So we show you step by step how to go gluten, dairy-free, and discover your carb tolerance and work out for PCOS. You have access to recipes and workouts. So it's a great place to start, PCOSweightloss.org, on your PCOS journey.
Yeah. All right. And then we got one more
Last
question. Can you reverse hair growth on chin and face? And I wanted to do this one so I could tell everyone here with this similar issue that yes, you can. It is reversible. In 99.9% of cases, you can reverse the hair growth, and you can reverse the hair loss on the top of the head as well. Now, you want to get down to some of the root causes of why this might be happening. One of the root causes could be insulin resistance. When you're insulin resistant, this can cause your body, your ovaries, to produce more testosterone. And also, another thing that can happen is your body produces less of something called sex hormone binding globulin. This is produced by the liver. Now, the purpose of the globulin is to act like a sponge. Hold on one second. So sorry. Okay. So the point of the globulin is to act like a sponge and clean up the excessive testosterone in the body. So what happens with insulin resistance is, 1, the testosterone can go higher. 2, the globulin can go lower. So if you have both of these happening, then the symptoms can be worse. So you want to basically reverse this, and one way to reverse it is through managing your insulin resistance, and through diet, lifestyle, taking a supplement like Ovacitol can help. And also, you can drink spearmint tea, because spearmint tea can really help with lowering testosterone. So if you drink spearmint tea 3 times a day, it's been shown to improve with lowering testosterone and can really help with getting rid of the facial hair, as well as reversing some of the hair loss. So spearmint tea is a great tip, and you want to make sure obviously it's decaf so you don't raise cortisol levels. So spearmint tea, managing insulin resistance.
All right, sisters, it was so nice chatting with you. We have a meeting right now, so we are exiting.
I know. We have
has to take it to the last minute.
I always take it to the last minute. I will always do it. You know what? We'll be even late. I don't care.
No.
All right, so we're gonna go. Have a great weekend. Make sure to listen to our podcast, A Sister and Her Mystery. New episode on Monday with Elisa Vitti on the menstrual cycle. So big episode coming up. And make sure to follow us on YouTube, because YouTube, we have some new videos coming up. YouTube, PCOS weight loss. And I think that's it.
Talk to you soon,
All right,
sisters.
talk to you soon. We love y'all. Have a great weekend.
Bye.